Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, on the Bitcoin chart, we can currently see this sort of consolidation still unchanged in what I assume is wave 4 of a larger degree third wave. The support area hasn't changed in weeks, so it's still very much active, still relevant, not broken. Price holds above it, which means bullish continuation is definitely favored. The support area is defined between 50.7k and 61.8k. It doesn't mean we have to come down to 50.7, of course. It could just mean that we maybe test the upper, the upper section, the upper third of that support area again in wave C of 4 and then rally in wave 5. That's the idea. So at the moment, the primary scenario suggests that we might test the support area again. And the preferred scenario is not yet suggesting that the low in wave 4 is in. It's possible, of course, but then I need to see further evidence for that to make that, to let's say, believe that from an analysis point of view. At the moment, it is possible that this wave 4 finished here on the 20th of March. But in my opinion, obviously because we're looking at the most probable scenarios, one more low seems likely. However, please bear in mind that they are both bullish scenarios, okay? They are both suggesting trend continuation higher into the 80, probably more like 90k region. I mean, we can sort of make a few assumptions here and sort of just for area orientation, try to calculate a target for circle wave 5. Obviously, that's highly speculative because I haven't got a confirmed low in place for wave 4. So I can really only use the data that we have right now. But if I calculate the length of wave 1, circle wave 1, go to the low of the wave 4 of the current wave 4, so what, the low that was formed on the 20th, then it basically gets me to around about 92k. That's the 100% extension level. 92k is a key target for wave 5. Obviously, the price doesn't need to stop there, but that's a key target that we can look at. The 100% extension level of wave 1, very common target for wave 5. Another way of measuring is that we take the length of waves 1 and 3 together, and then we also measure the length of wave 5 or compare that, but we're only looking for the 38.2 extension in the first instance. That also takes us to 92k, which is quite interesting. That seems to be the next milestone target, but then bear in mind there is no confirmed low in place for wave 4. So if the wave 4, let's say, comes down to 55k, I would have to adjust this slightly, and then we might only talk about 84k. Yeah, so we have to take it level by level anyway, but until I have a low in place for wave 4, I can't really give you a clear target for wave 5. But it should take us into the 80k region, possibly a bit higher than that. Yeah, so mid to high 80k region. But for now, there is no evidence that this wave 4 correction is over. So what we can do now is we can take a look at the microstructure to understand how this pattern could evolve and unfold. And obviously, this correction has the potential to, to unfold for much longer, for example. It's possible even that a triangle pattern is unfolding here. We just don't know that yet. That's for me actually the same scenario. It's just a different corrective pattern. It's a wave 4 correction, and we know that these can take different shapes, forms, sizes, patterns, from flat corrections to zigzag corrections to combination patterns to triangles. That's what a wave 4 can do. So if we in the next move to the downside see the development of a higher low, I think it's worth watching for a triangle then. But without having at least 3 waves complete in a correction, there's no point talking about a triangle. Yeah, so I need to see 3 waves, and then a triangle has 5 waves, so then we can talk about the next 2 waves as well. But at the moment, I'm tracking a standard ABC structure. Looking at the micro then, the idea is that a wave A of 4 bottomed on the 20th of March. Then a wave B rally is currently underway. That B wave rally is nearly done. I think one more high would be preferred. Not necessarily needed, but preferred. I will not confirm a top in place in wave B until we have a break of micro support. So at some point we expect that break of micro support. However, I would like to see one more high before that micro support breaks. And now, if we now see a break below 66.7k, That would for me confirm the start of wave C, and we might then reach the area just below 60k in wave C of 4. It would be ideal though to reach one more high, and if we zoom in a little bit, that explains you the structure of this B wave to the upside. A B wave is a 3-wave move: A wave, B wave, C wave, and in the C wave to the upside we want to have 5 waves. Wave 1 is complete, wave 2 is complete, wave 3 is complete, wave 4 is probably complete, turned around in this support zone, and then this could be wave 5 in the making now as an ABC structure. So the wave 5 possibly completed wave A, wave B reacted to the support at 69k, and we could have started wave C of 5. But it's not really giving me enough upside momentum to really say that that is very likely. It's absolutely possible that wave B is still unfolding as a triangle maybe, or even wave 4 as a triangle. So that's what remains to be seen, but doesn't make a great difference. As long as the 66.7k level is holding, I still think another high is likely. Would change my view below that level. But bear in mind, it's not absolutely needed. For me, it's like the icing on the cake, that last high, not necessarily needed. Few questions have reached me about the ABC structure in wave 5. I think it wasn't very clear to some why the wave 5 has an ABC structure. Some suggested that you can't have an ABC in an impulse. Well, that's correct, but it's not an impulse. There is no impulse here. This is a diagonal pattern, in non-overlapping diagonal in wave C, at least from what I can see right now. Why? Because the wave 1 is a 3-wave move, and the wave 3 basically, yeah, as well, okay? You don't have 5 waves here, okay? So, yeah, you can't, I mean, possibly the 3rd you could count that way, but the 1 you can't, and the wave 5 therefore should also be an ABC structure. But then again, you know, don't be so much focused on the micro, nano count. What's more important are the support levels. But the C wave looks more like a diagonal, a non-overlapping diagonal, which are quite common in crypto. But yeah, of course, if it was an impulse, we would be looking at a 5-wave move up in wave 5. But yeah, it could be that wave 4 is still unfolding, as I said, possibly as a triangle. That's absolutely possible, especially over a weekend. Sometimes you can get these dragged out sideways corrections, and then the exact micro count is a bit difficult. I mean, in reality, there will be 2 to 3, 4 scenarios I could show you here. It wouldn't help anybody out. It would confuse everybody, and it wouldn't, you know, have any practical benefits. So be pragmatic about it. And yeah, the next upside targets, I mean, if we form another high, I would like to see 72,150 or 73k next. Yeah, maybe even a bit higher. But not much more to add. So a break below 69k would be a first indication of weakness. 69k level is the Friday low, and a break below 66.7k would suggest that the wave C to the downside has started to unfold. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.